So I haven't made a video in a while showing our progress. After we got it all hooked up, we spent some time on the wiring and on the fan drive, getting that done. Got the clutch broken loose, the adjustment bolt is way out of adjustment. Got the hydraulic filter changed, made a battery tray, radiator hoses, radiator. Other than that, that's about it. So I used the old tray and extended it out so I could fit a Group 31 on. Just wanted a few more cold crank amps. Hacked some wiring out and got it all going. So we've got, well, I guess it'd help if we put the battery on. So we got amps now and lights. We got dash lights and we got a couple gauges down here. So got those. Water outlet was the wrong angle. And drop it. So you can see that one points way down. This one's still pointing down some, but we can make it work. That one's off a Maxim, a 5140. Then both the radiator hoses, well, this one's off a Maxim. This one I just got at Napa. But right now we're just working on fab stuff mainly, getting everything hooked up. We switched to the 6-blade fan from the 4 to the 6. And this actually matched up, the holes in the fan matched up with this spacer. They just needed drilled out. So we were able to just get it the right distance away there and make that work. Everything else there was pretty straightforward. The throttle kit here, I've been working on the fuel tank, getting it set up. This is the Lehman's throttle kit. And because of that gap there, it's kind of hard to tell. But we had this setting on top of this, and our hood line looked goofy. So I got that cut out, and now this sits back where it used to. So the hood's fixed, and this will just slide into that gap there. So that works pretty good. We ended up using the old air filter box, made some mounts for it. This cross mount was to fit the fuel tank, which is now cut off. Had a radiator shop do that. It did an awesome job on it. Got 2 new tabs there. And they put a return port in the top for me too, so we can run our return line in. So fabbed this up to get this strap in, cut off the front here so it didn't hit the turbo, and then added these, and that way it can kind of pivot a little bit, make it easier to hook up the turbo hoses and stuff like that. Up here we had to do a little fancy work on the coolant hoses. We had to add some inner tube because these are 2 different port sizes. One was 2, radiator was 2 on both sides, and this was 2 1/4, I think. Same situation here, 2-inch. This was actually smaller, I believe. So kind of stupid how that worked out, but inner tube fixed that. Next project's gonna be the hood. Basically, our exhaust pipe's gonna end up somewhere right about there. So I'm gonna cut out a piece, plug weld it in there, and then hole saw out a new hole for the exhaust. As far as up here goes, kind of got everything painted up. Let's get the battery cable on. Got our dash lights working. We got flashers and headlights. And then if you turn all the way over, flashers go off and we've got a rear light and our front lights. So that's kind of nice. Switch it over to LEDs and have it be a little brighter than it used to be anyway. Tube. This will be our intake tube here. We got a boot that's gonna go there on the other side of the radiator fill. Use this tube, and then we got a hump hose there. Not much more here on the other side. Had to pull this stack apart. We had a leak here on the gasket. Put a new gasket in. Got the dump valve adjusted the clutch, which was frozen up. So yeah, I guess that's kind of where we're at right now. Just kind of assembling and modifying as we go. Probably go ahead and assemble the whole tractor, make sure everything's gonna fit and work, and then break all this back down, clean it up, and get it painted. So that's kind of where we're at. We'll try to keep you updated. Doing some fab work on the hood here. We got cutouts made. We got the plug welded in for the exhaust. There's where our intake tube's gonna need to go. We're gonna have to cut that out. Show you. Cleaned up pretty decent. Probably run some Bondo once we get it cut out anyway. So that's kind of where I'm working now. Well, after taking the hood on and off 152 times, I think we finally got it. We got cutout done in there for the intake pipe. And we got the exhaust hole cut, centered up. We got this in there cut out for the turbo. And I think we're finally in business. So now that that's set up, we got some cleanup to do up here on the, I just cut that out with a hole saw there. Plug welded, cut that back out. Got a little filing to do there just to get it cleaned up. Then I think we'll just continue on with assembly until we find our next roadblock, and eventually we'll get her all assembled and start taking it back apart for paint. But that's where we're at right now, I guess. Got the pipe test fitted. Got that going, so that looks pretty good. Have to do some work to get it all fine-tuned with that elbow on the off the turbo, but that'll be way down the road. So that's where we're at now. Thanks for watching.